Hello and welcome to FYI Weekly, your official source for the latest news and information from the city of Greensboro. In response to the devastating tornado that damaged more than 1,000 structures in East Greensboro, the city's contact center continues to serve as a central point for residents, groups, and businesses who wish to volunteer or request assistance. To reach the contact center, call 336-373-2489. Additionally, the city is partnering with the Volunteer Center of Greensboro to match volunteers with potential volunteer opportunities. Greensboro Community Development Fund is providing small gap loans with expedited approval to businesses waiting for insurance claims. To apply for a small gap loan, call 336-256-9350. There continues to be an outpouring of support from the Gate City community. Goodwill is accepting household goods, including furniture, clothing, home goods, and school supplies from 9 a.m. to 8 p.m. Mondays through Saturdays and 1 p.m. to 6 p.m. on Sundays at all Goodwill locations. The United Way of Greater Greensboro is accepting monetary donations, which can be made online at unitedwaygso.org. Donations can also be mailed or dropped off at the United Way office located at 1500 Yanceyville Street in Greensboro. Checks should be indicating the donation is for tornado relief. The Interactive Resource Center, or IRC, located at 407 East Washington Street, is accepting water and non-perishable food items from 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. Tuesdays through Fridays and 8 a.m. to 2 p.m. on Saturdays and Sundays. Residents in need of assistance as a result of the tornado can sign up online to request help. Residents can sign up by using the Sign In Genius portal. Once you register online, your needs will be matched by the Volunteer Center of Greensboro. This is a service from the Office of Community Engagement at the Greensboro Police Department. Residents can sign up for themselves or for anyone who needs assistance from the tornado. Please specify what type of assistance is needed, such as long-term shelter, clothing, food, toiletries, home goods, business supplies, etc. For residents without power or online access, Goodwill Industries has computers available to assist residents at the following locations: 1235 South Eugene Street and 3519 North Elm Street. For residents who want to volunteer, visit the website for the Volunteer Center of Greensboro to obtain information about how and where you can help. Due to the impact of the tornado on the eastern side of Greensboro, the city will waive curbside yard waste restrictions until further notice for residents with Thursday and Friday solid waste collection services. Any storm debris at the curb on Thursdays and Fridays will be collected by crews, even if it is not prepared based on the standard rules. Residents are encouraged to contact their homeowner's insurance to determine if storm debris cleanup is covered by their provider. Residents who are able to haul storm debris to the White Street landfill located at 2503 White Street may do so at no charge until further notice. Residents must provide proof of city residency at the Scale House with a valid North Carolina driver's license. The city will also collect construction debris if it's placed at the curb in a separate pile from yard waste. Household hazardous waste, such as gasoline, cleaning solutions, and batteries, should also be separated at the curb. Call the city's household hazardous coordinator to schedule a pickup. The Greensboro Public Library is pitching in to provide programs for students impacted by the tornado. We'll have that story and more news coming up after the break. Stay with us. Welcome back to FYI Weekly. The city of Greensboro and Guilford County have released preliminary storm damage numbers from the April 15th tornado that touched down in East Greensboro. These numbers represent all the damage suffered in Guilford County, but approximately 95% of the damages are within Greensboro city limits. So far, a total of 1,007 structures, including single-family homes and businesses, suffered varying degrees of damage, from nearly 200 that are either completely destroyed or majorly damaged. Guilford County Emergency Services will continue to update these numbers through the next several days as access to damaged structures increases. Minor damage means there is actual structural damage itself, while those classified as affected are more cosmetic damages such as missing shingles or siding. Anything classified as other indicates crews were unable to accurately assess the damage. Power lines or downed trees may have prevented access. The Greensboro Public Library is working to assist residents impacted by the tornado, offering safe places and extra children's activities. Library Director Bridget Blanton says for many residents in the affected areas, the public library is a gathering place that provides a sense of stability, especially during this period of upheaval. We have books, movies, and music, but we are also providing games and extra activities for children displaced from their normal school routine. The McGirt-Horton branch, located at 2501 Phillips Avenue, is open. Contrary to previous reports, the facility did not sustain damage during the storm. For more information about the exciting programs and resources at the Greensboro Public Library, visit the library's website. In an effort to assist those affected by the tornado, the International Civil Rights Center and Museum will serve as a collection point for new school supplies. These supplies will go to the teachers and students who are being relocated to other campuses. Donated school supplies can be dropped off in the front lobby of the museum until Wednesday, April 25th. The collection times are 11 a.m. to 5 p.m. daily. The Civil Rights Museum is closed on Sunday. A few weeks ago, we announced the impending retirement of City Manager Jim Westmoreland. Before his last day, he will stop by and share highlights from his 18 years with the city. That's coming up after the break. Stay with us. Welcome back to FYI Weekly. Jim Westmoreland has been city manager for the past 4 years, but he has served the Greensboro community for more than 18. Recently, he made the decision to retire at the end of this month. Joining me now to tell us about his time with the city and what it means to be a public servant at heart is none other than Jim Westmoreland. Hello,
Good morning,
Jim.
Carla. How
Welcome
are you?
back. Thank you
you
for joining me one last time.
Thank
we
you very
appreciate
much.
it. So tell me, how has the city as an organization changed in your view over the last 18 years?
So I came to the city in 1996, and I will tell you that probably the biggest change that we've seen, which has been consistent over time, is just how technology has changed how we deliver services in Greensboro and in this community. So when I first came to the city in 1996, I recall in the transportation department, we had, I think, 6 computers. We were still taking phone messages by actual documentation and passing them back to employees. But it's interesting how much technology has changed how we do business as a city organization. As you know, we're a very technology-heavy oriented city and organization at this point in time. So everything that we do is connected in through our technology tools. So everybody has access to us now via social media, via email accounts, via phone, and other kinds of mechanisms to get connected with us. It's interesting how many of our vehicles and the way that we deliver services has been affected by technology as well. So when I first came to the city in '96, we were still doing some manual refuse collection. Now everything is automatically collected in trucks. All of the technology that's on our public safety vehicles at this point in time, so we can track them. So that's been a big thing, but I think it's been a change that's really been effective in what we do. And what I mean by that is we have an ability through the technology now to connect with the community like we never had before. So specifically social media is a good example. You know, there's a lot of communications that takes place all the time, day and night within our community. Social media has given us a platform and an ability to really understand some of the needs that exist out there, to more openly communicate with citizens and what they might be experiencing at any one point in time, giving us a heads up on issues. So where we used to have to find out about things through other means, now it's pretty instantaneous. So, we take the information, we use it to process what we do, we use it to make our organization better. So it's given us all an ability to sort of provide services and operate differently now than what we used to be able to do.
And that leads me to my next question in terms of what does it mean to you to be a public servant at heart?
Well, I can tell you that one thing that's always filled me, both personally and professionally, is when I've been able to help others, whether it's individually or through the teams or through our organization. I think to me, being a public servant leader, it's really one of the things where you talk about providing services, but more it's about how you help others before you help yourself. And I know I've worked in the private sector, I've worked with state government, I've worked now in local government for well over 18 years. And I can tell you why local government and public service sort of fills me up is this is really where the rubber hits the road. In local government, we have the greatest ability to impact the lives of people every day with the services that we provide. And as I've said before, people ask me often about how I define a good day in the city of Greensboro, and I can tell you it's when I go home and everything that's supposed to have happened that day in terms of the services we provide have actually happened. So your garbage has been picked up, the water and sewer system's working. If you have a kid that's participating in one of our Parks and Recreation programs, our employees are there providing services, our instructors are there, the facilities are open. So it's the little things that make the biggest difference.
Yes, I think what you just described is really, in essence, what city government is. We are the form of government closest to the people. And on that note, how would you describe the community response to the tornado relief efforts?
It has been outstanding. I mean, it's one of those things that, we had a devastating tornado blow through here. Both the city team has come together, executed at a very high level to do what we do so well in providing both assessments, emergency response, safety, and now getting into the recovery and restoration phase with the community. But we've also had our other primary partners of Guilford County Emergency Services. We've had the school system because schools were impacted. We've had the county. We've had the state. We've had other core partners there with us as well in terms of really looking at this. But the thing that really has, I think, let us all understand and reinforce just how great this community is all the community response has happened because of this particular event and how people and citizens are coming out in groves to provide assistance, water, support, food, whatever might be needed, money donations. Many of our core agencies and partners out there in terms of the Red Cross, the United Way, the Community Foundation, Goodwill Industries, the list goes on and on. The Housing Hub participants have all mobilized, come together, doing whatever we can to help make our citizens, our community better and to use this as an opportunity of really, so we're a very caring, giving community. And to me, again, this is one of those situations where an unfortunate, tragic, devastating situation always brings out the best in Greensboro and what we do as a city team and how we operate. So the final thing I will say is it was interesting. I had an inquiry this week from a local news reporter saying, appreciate what you and the team are doing, and this has to be sort of a bad thing to go out on in terms of your career. And I said, no, just the opposite. I said, this is something that both I and the city team really get into our element, so to speak, when we're providing these kinds of services to the community.
Well, that is really encouraging, and I'm sure that those who've been impacted directly are hopefully encouraged by all of the outpouring of support, which has been an inspiration.
Right.
And you mentioned the team, the city team. What parting words do you have for the G team?
It has been my privilege and honor to be a part of the best city organization for my money in the country now for the past 18 years. There have been so many rich experiences and connections that I've made with city employees and citizens and council members along that time as I'm sort of tracking my time back with the city. And I've been reflecting upon this for the past couple of weeks now. This is an amazing place. We provide things and go about it every day to the best of our abilities. We've got such an outstanding group of professionals and technical people and support people. We really are the group that keeps the city tied together, that makes things happen on a daily basis, that when you talk about quality of life in Greensboro and you talk about the things that are important to the people who live here, it's all directly because of the people in this organization. I'm just so proud, I'm so blessed to have been a part of a city team of well over 3,000 employees, more part-time employees, that every day has got up and made a difference for Greensboro, made a difference for me and my family since we live here as well. But it's just amazing to me what our employees do every day and how they consistently want to do more. And again, at the end of the day, it's all about what can I do, what can we do to make a difference in the lives of other people. And in many cases, often, as we're seeing through this event now, sacrificing anything that we might have planned or scheduled with our own families and things that are important to us, because we know it's time to do what we do the best, which is to step up and take care of the community, lead with love and our efforts to make a difference. And but you know, my final thing is just thank you so much for the employees in this organization and what they do each and every day for our city and our community.
Well, I want to personally thank you for bringing me on board and giving me the opportunity to be part of the G team. It's been an honor to work with you, and I've gained so much from your leadership, and this has been a real blessing because, as you said, this is a great organization.
Thank you,
Thank
Carla.
you.
Thank you very much.
And thank you for stopping by and sharing your thoughts with us one last time, and do wish you all the best and that you enjoy your retirement to the fullest.
Sure. Thank you.
Thank you. Stay tuned for a list of safety tips to keep in mind if you're doing post-tornado cleanup activities. That's coming up after the break. Stay with us. Welcome back. One way to stay informed about what's happening in the city is by attending or tuning in to city council meetings. The Greensboro City Council meetings are open to the public, but if you can't attend, we broadcast the meetings live right here on GTN. And we stream the meetings live on the city's website. Council meetings take place at 5:30 p.m. on the first and third Tuesdays of the month on Level 2 of the Melvin Municipal Office Building, located at 300 West Washington Street. The first meeting of the month will include public comments, special presentations, and consent items. Meetings on the third Tuesday of the month will include public hearings and business items. The fourth Tuesday is reserved for a meeting as needed. To review the council meeting schedule and agendas, please visit the city's website. As residents impacted by the tornado are joined by a host of volunteers for cleanup and reconstruction work, we want to offer the following safety tips to keep in mind. Injuries can happen from more than just the direct impact of a tornado. They happen frequently when people walk among the debris and enter damaged homes and buildings. Be sure to wear sturdy boots, long sleeves, and gloves when handling or walking near debris. Use battery-powered lanterns or flashlights since candles pose a fire hazard. Never use generators, grills, camp stoves, or other gas or charcoal burning devices indoors or outside near an open window. Be aware of possible structural, electrical, or gas leak hazards. If you suspect damage, turn off the power, gas, and propane tanks to avoid fire, electrocution, and explosions. Coming up after the break, we'll showcase our department spotlight. But first, prepare to mark your calendar for all the events happening this week on the town.
Hi, this is Jody. We want to let all those affected by the recent tornado, our hearts are with you. Recovery efforts are underway. If you're interested in volunteering, visit greensboro-nc.gov for more information. If you're looking for a kid-friendly event this Saturday, join the Greensboro Public Library, Casa Azul, the Latino Community Coalition of Guilford, and other community sponsors for our annual El Día de los Niños, El Día de los Libros, also known as Children's Day Book Day, starting at 1 p.m. at 219 North Church Street, between the Central Library and the Greensboro Children's Museum. There'll be books, music, dancing, arts activities, food, and more. It's bilingual fun for everyone. More information can be found at library.greensboro-nc.gov. Also on Saturday, celebrate penguins at the Greensboro Science Center's World Penguin Day celebration. Stop by the Science Center's Penguin Point exhibit to discover what makes penguins so special. Learn how you can help protect them. Activities are free with admission or membership. Go to greensboroscience.org for additional information on World Penguin Day and other upcoming events. Don't miss Groovin' in the Garden this Sunday from 12 to 5 p.m. at Gateway Gardens at 2924 East Lee Street. This event will feature live performances on stages throughout the garden by local jazz bands. A variety of food will also be available for purchase. This is a musical event for the whole family. Admission is free. For more information, go to greensborobeautiful.org. If you're downtown on Sunday, stop by the Greensboro Food Truck Festival from 3 to 9 p.m. Over 500 food trucks, live music, chalk art contests, fire truck rides, inflatables, face painting, and more. This is the ultimate family-friendly community event. Fun for all ages. Visit GreensboroFoodTruckFestivals.com for more information. Keep watching FYI Weekly right here on GTN to find out more about events happening on the town.
Welcome back. The City of Greensboro has 22 departments and several divisions committed to serving you, our residents and visitors. Let's go behind the scenes in our department spotlight. This week, we place the spotlight and send a big thank you to several city departments working around the clock to assist in the tornado relief efforts. Police officers have been manning traffic in areas where power crews are working. Firefighters are canvassing neighborhoods, performing safety checks. Community Relations established a disaster resource center. Field Operations is hauling away debris by the ton. City employees canvass neighborhoods on foot, distributing handouts listing support services and safety tips. Water Resources staff are working extended shifts to meet emergency response needs. The Greensboro Department of Transportation will make the rounds to fix damaged street signs. Parks and Recreation is organizing food trucks to serve neighborhoods in need. Engineering and Inspections employees are working with Duke Energy to educate contractors about permits. And of course, the Communications Department has been keeping you informed. This is just a sample of all the city coordination involved in the tornado relief effort as our employees demonstrate our One City, One Team motto. On the other side of the break is this week's Way to Go GSO shout out. Stay with us. As we draw to a close, we always want to end on a positive note with our Way to Go GSO shout out. This week's shout out goes to all the community agencies that have stepped up to assist the city during this natural disaster. Duke Energy deployed nearly 1,000 crew members to get the lights back on. Goodwill, United Way, the Volunteer Center of Greensboro, and the Interactive Resource Center are handling donations. The Housing Hub and Greensboro Housing Coalition are coordinating rehousing resources for those whose homes are uninhabitable. The Guilford County Emergency Management Team has partnered with the city from day one, coordinating logistics. Thank you to Mayor Vaughn and each of our city council members who have been volunteering and comforting residents during this most difficult time. It will take months for East Greensboro and Guilford County schools to recover, but it takes a village, and the city reminds you we are in this together, making us Greensboro strong. That concludes this edition of FYI Weekly, but you can easily stay connected to the latest city news by linking to us on Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, and Instagram. For all of us here at the City of Greensboro, thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.